Hi everyone. I wanted to read Psalm 91 today and perhaps make a few comments. This is from the English Standard Version. It says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Because you've made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." 15th verse says there, "I will be with him in trouble." This is a wonderful psalm which has to do with God's watch care over us, his protective hand upon our life, his delivering power, which is afforded to those who know him. He says over and over again in different ways that he will command his angels and his protective forces to be with us as long as we are trusting in him and looking to him for deliverance. Now, this can be construed to be some kind of ironclad guarantee by some, and therefore we begin to claim this and claim that and assume this and assume that, but we don't know how and when God will deliver us. But as Christians, we know that we too will oftentimes find ourselves in very hard circumstances, in dire straits, and we really see no way out. We see no answer. We see no deliverance. We feel like we're being attacked on every side, as it says there in verses 5 and following. There's the terror of the night, the arrow that flies by day, pestilence stalking us, destruction and waste. But there's the guarantee there, and it's a lovely one. In verse 7, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand. People are suffering all around you. People are falling. People are dying. But it will not come near you. That is, again, to be understood as God's protective care in our lives. If you know Jesus Christ, his care, his watch care is over you, and you can feel safe. That is not to say again that you will never be sick. Christians go into hospitals, and Christians get into car accidents and financial problems and all kinds of personal calamities. That's not saying that you'll never have any problems, because we know we will. We're told in many other places about how uh, it says in one place, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him from them all. Again, we don't know how and when God will deliver, but he does deliver, even if we are to lose our life, as many Christians have throughout the centuries and are even experiencing today. There is a final deliverance. In fact, when we think about it, every time God steps in and interposes and shows himself strong, we are delivered. You may be delivered just in your own mind and in your own spirit. God gives you a sense of peace. God gives you a sense of rescue and redemption. That is deliverance. Oftentimes the battle is won before we ever go to war. Oftentimes the battle is won before we ever go to war. And the Lord says, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. What did Moses do when he came to the Red Sea with Pharaoh's armies behind him and the sea before him and all the people around him? All he did was what God told him to do, to raise his staff, and God brought the mighty deliverance in parting the sea. That was the great Old Testament miracle of deliverance. And he will deliver us as we continue to dwell in the shelter of the Most High, verse 1, and abide in the shadow of the Almighty, the secret place. In your daily experience, as you draw close to him, as you experience that time with him, and you're in that place where you are now one with Christ, all is well. Everything is good. He is our refuge, says the psalmist. He is our fortress. He is our God, and he's the one we trust. We don't trust in the government. We don't trust in our employer. We don't trust even in our closest friends in the final run of things. We can't even necessarily count on our family. Our final trust is to be in the Lord. So I just leave you with that question. Is your trust in God? Is he your refuge? Are you with him, and is he with you? Do you know him? Do you love him? He loves you, and he wants to be your God and your King. Think about these things today. I welcome any comments you might have. Just some thoughts today on this lovely summer evening. Take care.